Hello everyone, this is Foxy Papa Smurf, or FPS Gamer for short, and I'm here bringing you another Forge map showcase of an infection map, this time created in the Halo 2 Anniversary Forge template. And I used to be really big into forging infection maps back in Halo Reach, and this is actually going to be my first attempt at an infection map here in the Halo 2 Anniversary template. So I'm pretty excited, so without further ado, we'll get started. We'll do a quick walking tour of the map, and as you can see, it's kind of got a rustic kind of country feel to it. There's some stables, a barn, a church, a graveyard. It's meant to look like, maybe an 18th century village that's been abandoned for, who knows how many years and who knows for what reason. And there's just something eerie about that kind of atmosphere. There's no real clues left behind as to why the people left this village or what happened to them. You're just kind of here and you don't really know what the reasoning is behind their absence. There's a greenhouse in here as well. Looks like it's been overrun by greenery, and also some crops that look like they've been left for dead for quite some time now. And even a scarecrow watching over the crops. Just kind of a horror genre signature is that lonely scarecrow out in an empty field. This is an open world infection map. In other words, there's no set place you need to be. I basically designed the map so that every round you can decide on a new place to hide out with your teammates. That keeps the experience rich and fresh. You see there's a gallows, a hanging post, and some stables back there. At the beginning of the round, the humans spawn inside of a little gate, and on the other end of the map, the infected spawn inside of their little gate as well. There's a 10-second death timer, and as soon as they spawn, that gate lowers, and when you leave, the gate rises back up, and you're not allowed to go back in there. As far as mobility goes, I made the infected run slightly faster than humans, so that running away from them really isn't an option. Your only option is to hide. Also, their ability to jump is much higher than that of the humans. The humans actually, they really can't jump at all in this game type. The reason they have this ability to jump so high is so they can navigate all these structures and get from one place to another without ever actually having to get on the ground, which is where I think the humans might have an advantage because they have those pistols which can be used at a longer range than the sword. You can see once the infected are on the rooftops, they basically dominate that upper space with their ability to jump from rooftop to rooftop. I made it so the infected can traverse all the structures within the fence boundaries of the map. On top of the church here, you can get a good view of the entire map. There's no real purpose to being up here, but you can get up there and look out over the entire map and see where the humans are hiding out. Neither the humans nor the infected have a motion detector. For that reason, I think the advantage goes a little bit to the infected because they can walk on the rooftops over the humans and kind of see where they're at. And the humans really don't have any way to know where the infected are, if they're above them or around them. They really just don't know. So it's really not good for them to be running out in the open. You'll find that the humans aren't going to be running around trying to kill zombies. One of the major things from the get-go on this map that I wanted to implement are lights. Lights that would activate when a character entered, for example, the house. The light would turn on. But for right now, we'll talk about this house. This bottom floor is basically pretty bare. Some places on the map may seem a little scarce. Maybe there isn't a lot of decoration going on. It just comes down to the fact that it would destroy the frame rate if I tried to add anything else. I never like to have a room with only one entrance. You can come in the main way, or because there's a half wall here and the infected can jump, they'll leap over that little wall. Likewise, there's these boarded up windows they can also break into. The infected have a pretty big advantage with this ability to walk on the rooftops. So if things get really out of hand, there are a few hiding places for the humans to hide out on. One of those being upstairs in the attic of the house. There's actually a third level. If you break down that wall and climb up to the attic, you'll see that there is a little hiding spot up there. And the infected can come in the way the humans came in, but also because they can jump, they can drop in from multiple places, come in from the windows on the side of the house, or even drop right down from the ceiling. that kind of makes things a little scary, especially because you don't have a motion detector, so you never know when an infected can come in. There's a lot of ways for them to get around. I made it so the spacing between the buildings is appropriate for the jump height and the mobility speed of the infected, so they can easily move from level to level. Now we're in the barn. Like I said previously, I never like to have just one way to get up in there, so there is a way to drop down from the ceiling. Another thing that makes these lights really interesting with the gameplay is that once a character enters it, it lights up, and even though the infected don't have a motion detector, they can see when a building lights up. They'll see the light coming out of the windows or from the doorway, and they'll know that there's an individual in there. Again, more ways for the infected to drop in on unsuspecting humans. Over to the stables, you'll see it's pretty basic layout. I wouldn't really recommend that for a very serious hideout spot. You can see it'll light up and it immediately grabs the attention of the infected. The scripting on that is actually a little bit intricate because by default the lights want to be on, and when you enter the zone they turn off. So if you have any questions on how I got that to work appropriately, you can add it to the comment section below. Well, I really appreciate you guys taking a look at my infection map. Go ahead and give it a download. It's available in my file share. Any details on being able to do that can be found in the description below. If you don't mind, go ahead and give this video a like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.